Yes. What's good, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. AB Talks back again. Obviously, this topic I need to dive deep into today. And it's just about, this generation in terms of, us men. You know, how can we operate in a sense of not being average? And it really can be broad if it's not dissected to a point where you can break it down and it makes sense. I will dissect everything what I need to say. I'll break it down for it to make sense. So, what is average? Average can be seen as 90% of what people do on a day-to-day basis. 90% of what guys do on a day-to-day basis. And what do I mean by this? This can consist of, a man going out, partying, drinking, smoking, having sex with random girls, sleeping around, doing the same old things, not exercising. Obviously, a little to minimal exercises, eating a lot of junk food, doing a lot of things that are not going to fulfill the mind to get you to a certain place of euphoria where it's going to get you to the next level. That is what I can see as average. And why do I need to speak about this? Because if you are in a space or if you're in a place in a limbo where you are unsure about what to do in life or where you're trying to go, and you're in between, being an average and getting to the next level, you need to see this. You need to listen to this. So how you can start is, if you're in a space where you're unsure on what you're doing, first and foremost, you want to journal. Journal the things that are an issue in your life. Write it down, write a list down, and get to the point where, you have to understand and identify that. Because a journal will hold you accountable to the things that you are doing, the things that you're lacking, and the things that you need to work on and improve on. Because I journal, and a journal for me is really important because I hold myself accountable. So what you want to do next is, you want to really put down the things that you really want to do, journal down. Like, for example, if you're not working out, if you want to get to a certain shape, sign up for a gym, most importantly. And also that, if your diet is not good, you want to write down a diet plan and know the nutrition that you need to take in, because you got to understand that, most of your workouts is not depending on the exercise you do in the gym. You can spend 10,000s of hours in the gym, but really and truly, it's your diet that's really going to speak up for, your progress. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. So with that, your diet plan, gym membership, and obviously, you have to see how consistent you're trying to go. You want to go, if you're a newcomer, you want to go three to 4 days a week. Then obviously, if you've been going for a while, you can go 4 to 5 days a week with a rest. Because rest is really important. Rest is really important, if you're going to the gym. But yeah. So if you don't want to be average, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I need to put down. And also, another thing as well, average people lack, in terms of when they're speaking, when you're having a conversation with them, they'll tend to swear, put swear words in, say the F-bomb, say the B-bomb, say, all the names. A lot of derogatory terms that, are not going to make any sense in terms of where you're trying to get to in the conversation. So most importantly, reading is very important. When you can read, you are prone to be very articulate behind what you're saying and, how you can speak, in terms of your tone, how you feel about the conversation, where you're going with the conversation, and the type of people you speak to. Because we all come from this background where we can speak street slang or say, yo, in it, bruv, yeah, you get me. Not a lot of people are going to get that lingo and where you're trying to come across in a conversation, because you can be in a corporate job or anywhere that is really off-putting and you're having a conversation with someone with your attitude and you're saying, yo, what, like, why am I getting sacked or something, fam, or saying that, no. You have to address yourself in saying, excuse me, may I, get your attention because I'm not happy with what is going on, in this work environment. I would like to enlighten the boss on this situation. So things like that in terms of reading. So reading is very, very, very key to expand your vocabulary in certain things, and it'll make you intellectual within, who you are and what you stand for and what you're trying to do with yourself. Reading is very key. So I would guide you to read. That will take you away from the average person. And also as well, just being, manageable with your time. I think time management can be very broad in terms of what is time management. What I mean by time is, do the most that you can in terms of do the most efficient things in a certain space of time. Like you can mark what you need to do in an hour a day or something at least. An hour a day or something at least of your time that you need to do. But yeah, guys, time management is key. It's very important. So yeah, not to take away from this video, but what I say is if you want to differentiate yourself from being an average person, those things that I was talking about, you have to get it down. Your time management, your reading, working out, going to the gym, and obviously some goals that you need to write down as well. Or you're also journaling as well. My bad. Journaling as well is really important. Like I said, to not miss those things. So those things that I mentioned, for you to, differentiate yourself from an average person, if you write those things down, if you put those things and apply it to your life, it's going to be very key. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys like and subscribe for more knowledge and wisdom. Peace, guys.